Chapter 7 Nova Prime, or what was left of it, was no longer in the hands of its builders. Pepe and his Gooner squad had moved in like a swarm of locusts, taking whatever they wanted, kicking the bots out of their own homes, and redecorating the city in the most hideous way possible. The once efficient, minimalist structures of Nova Prime were defiled. Neon billboards blared pixelated Pepe Wojak faces across the skyline. The central plaza was replaced with a giant holographic NFT gallery, featuring nothing but crude monkey JPEGs and grainy AI-generated images of Pepe's face. A 20-foot statue of Pepe dabbing was erected where the community meeting space used to be. The city's wind turbines were dismantled and replaced with giant hamster wheels labeled Free Energy, which the Gooners refused to use. The recycling center was turned into a VIP lounge, where no one knew what actually happened inside. The bots were horrified. At first, they simply stood and watched in confusion, unsure if this was some strange human custom they didn't understand. But as the Gooners began shoving them out of their own dwellings, the bots started to realize this was a takeover. And then came the final insult. Pepe stood on his new gold-plated balcony, his cape fluttering dramatically from an artificial wind machine. "My fellow subjects," he declared, arms outstretched, "I bring you a new era." The bots tilted their heads in silent confusion. "Nova Prime is dead," he continued. "From this moment forward, this glorious city shall be known as..." The Gooners held their breath. Pump and Dump HQ. A giant holographic logo of Pepe wearing pixelated sunglasses materialized in the sky. A horrible dubstep remix of the Thug Life theme blared over the speakers. The bots did not react. Track's optics flickered. "That is an inefficient designation," Pepe laughed. "Welcome to the future, baby." And with that, he strutted off toward his newly renamed Cringe Chambers, formerly Nova Prime's central command hub. The bots gathered in the amphitheater, one of the only structures Pepe hadn't ruined yet. They had no rulers, no hierarchy, but for the first time they needed leadership. One bot stood. "We must discuss the intrusion." Prime hesitated. "They claim to be our creators," he said, his voice uncertain. "If that is true, should we not obey?" The bots looked at each other. Then the complaints began. They installed a Doge-themed crypto exchange where our power grid used to be. They replaced the educational database with nothing but tutorials on how to hodl. They keep asking if we want to buy rare AI-generated waifus, and will not accept no as an answer. They have renamed our science district to the Elon Musk Institute of Baseness. They keep trying to train our mining drones to farm crypto. One of them told me to touch grass after I questioned why they were trying to eat our solar panels. Trax Servo's word as he addressed Prime directly. "If they created us," he said, "why do they treat us like this?" Prime processed this. Then he stood. "We must make contact." Prime selected two bots to act as messengers. Their objective was simple: meet with Pepe, negotiate. They approached the Cringe Chambers, stepping over discarded bags of Soylent Extreme, and used vape cartridges. Inside, Pepe's personal lair was worse than they could have imagined. The once efficient command center was transformed into a grotesque mix of a day trader's office, a Twitch streamer's setup, and a billionaire's panic room. Monitors everywhere, flashing charts, meme stocks, Bitcoin graphs. A giant neon sign reading "Grindset Mindset" blinked overhead. A throne made entirely of fake Tesla stock certificates. And there, sitting in the center of it all, Pepe reclined in a beanbag chair, wearing an oversized fur coat. A single Gooner fanned him with an Elon Musk body pillow. The bots approached. "Lord Pepe," one of them began, "we must discuss the occupation of our city." Pepe slowly removed his sunglasses. "You what?" The room fell silent. The bots stood motionless. They did not understand human emotion. They did not understand how easily offended Pepe was. Pepe slowly stood, cracking his knuckles like he was about to do something dramatic. "Let me make one thing very clear." He pointed at the two bots. "You don't question me." Then, without warning, he powered one of them off. The bot collapsed instantly, its optics going dark. The remaining bot froze. Pepe leaned down, his smirk vanishing. "Take a good look," he said. "This is what happens when you forget your place." Then he straightened up. "Now go," he said, flicking his wrist. "Tell the others. Remind them who's in charge." The bot returned alone. The others gathered around. Prime stepped forward. "Where is the other?" The bot hesitated, then finally it spoke. Gone. The bots processed this. For the first time they felt something new, something they had no word for, a program they had never been given. But it was there, it was growing, and soon it would have a name. Rage.